What's going on, guys? Another TCC Challenge Extreme here. And I'm feeling slightly better. The pain is not as bad now. So, feeling better, a little happier. So, it's good, slowly but surely. Anyway, woke up today and noticed that there was a TCC challenge. Actually, it was posted like at 1 in the morning, but I didn't see it because I think at that time I was just like watching a little bit of TV before bed or something. So anyway, let me go over what we have here. A quick few shout outs to, of course, TCC podcast, always great. Mark, Crease, and Mino. Thank you guys very much for always, providing these. They're always fun to do. And I always look forward to doing them. We also have the City Info, run by Macno. And thank you very much for everything that you do as well, for having this great database with so much info for everybody. And also to post your videos for everything, whether it be call to arms where for the new chaos fight, or for maybe the TCC challenge, or maybe even the extreme, whichever may be the case. You can just find tons of videos and people's videos there. It's just great. So thank you guys. Alright, so let's go over the band list here. So the band list is Arciela, Kais, Kefka, Cloud of Darkness, Alpha Bro, I'll say his name right, I guess, Alpha Nod, Snow, Zach, Ramza, Lightning, and Aranea. Also band is Lion, Afmao, and Prish. For the extreme, this is all for extreme. I think I stated that already. You bring no friend unit, and you have to bring Chocobo or Moogle as your summon. Now here's the kicker. The special requirement: no death for the death machines. You have to keep them alive. Well, it says keep them always alive. From what I'm getting from that, I'm guessing you kill the boss before you kill them, which is fine. It doesn't matter too much anyway, because he brings them back eventually. They are a little bit of a pain, but you can manage with them. The only pain in the butt is when he brings them back or he buffs them and stuff like that. But he also heals them too, so that could be a good and bad thing for this challenge. So anyway, I contemplated a few teams. I ended up going with this team just because there's just so much auras. There is a lot of buffs because of Penelo and stuff like that, but I was gonna use her since we have so many buffs that we could just push them off, kind of thing. And luckily, Vayne didn't get any blind. That's the biggest thing. You just don't want blind, because that's just a waste of turns. I was hoping to do enough damage to push him to not do it, but I didn't get there, unfortunately. So here, I'm not going to even bother using her an attack with her. I'm just going to buff, push off the blind. I could deal with the poison, that's fine. And also, I'm going to be pushing off a lot of Galoof's buffs because of Penelo. But it's fine because most of the Penelo's buffs are really good for him anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Galoof is there to, keep everybody safe, do good damage, and bring a lot of good auras. Now, obviously, Vayne is not probably one of the greatest people with Galoof because he will just run through the cover buff. But you don't always need it, and you'll see me not actually reapply it to him sometimes just because he's not being targeted, so it's kind of really no point. So that would be the case. And also in this video, you see that it's sped up because I looked at the length of this video without it being sped up 1.5 times. It was like 28 minutes. I was like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. So here we are at a nice clean 18-minute run. Well, 18 minutes and some change. That's more manageable for me to talk through. So we're just going to be focusing the B. We're not actually even going to move the cursor anywhere else. It's going only there. I can't even think of a time that I actually attacked any of the other ones purposely. The only time they ever get attacked is from Goloof countering them. So this was an interesting run. I'm glad they added something like something special, other than, you know, these are the banned units. Here's the summon, no friend. You know, the usual extreme. They put a little bit of spice right there on top, you know, to give a little bit of flavor, you know, a little bit of flavor. So I like that, you know. I'm trying to think of some things that happened in this run that, man. Oh, there is a couple things, and there's like two things, and I won't spoil it yet. I'll just wait till when it happens, because it was like a pain, but I was like, whatever, you know. It would have just basically I lost like a couple turns because of what happened, but I still got the complete, so it doesn't matter too much. Alright, so here, let's see where we at here. Yeah, but this fight is really not too scary. Like I said, Goloof is just basically gonna help evade for the team and keep some damage on the little minions, even though they're gonna get healed up a lot. So it's really not gonna matter too much. Besides, we have to keep them alive for the challenge. So no killing them, and it's fine because Goloof is just gonna keep us safe while we kill that boss. Interestingly enough, if you kill the minions and then kill the boss, if you kill the minions, kill the boss, and then he resummons the minions, if you kill the boss, I think that's the end of the fight. I'm not 100% sure. I think that's how bosses that summon minions kind of work. Well, summon minions that are already out. It doesn't work. Well, I don't know if it works for the other big plant-looking thing with the tentacles. I can't remember its name. Because I know it starts off by itself. The big hulking-looking fat thing. I don't know what the name of it is. But then it spits out little seedlings or whatever. I know that if you kill that boss, usually, you don't have to kill the seedlings. But he usually doesn't start with the seedlings out, so it's a different case. Anyway, so Vane's really good here because I need to minimize the amount of turns and do as much damage as possible. Plus, he has Vanille's E-Sphere, so he can actually remove the defense. Well, remove its buffs, basically. Mainly, the biggest one is to remove the defense buff off of it, because the defense buff is a little strong, not like crazy, you know. Here, obviously, I'm not gonna have the counter up, but I don't care really too much. I just gotta make sure my peoples are safe. I don't want. Well, I guess I could have just used the counter. I guess it didn't matter too much. But I think the cover would have been the safer choice, especially because my EX is going to be here, I think. If not, IS2, I think. Yeah. But yeah, this is pretty fun. It was simple. I was trying a different team actually, but it just was not working. I just kept getting blinded by the first wave. It was ridiculous. So, oh well. All right. I'm gonna be kind of interested to see what everybody used for this fight too. I'd imagine like most people are gonna probably bring like a tank. Well, you can't really bring a lot of tanks because they brand Snow, Zack, well, mainly those. I tried Edge, but the problem with Edge, he doesn't do enough damage, and so I would have to bring somebody with a lot of heavy damage to like kind of compensate. And you need it because this boss has a lot of health and you only have 95 turns, so yeah. Don't get me wrong, Edge is great. I actually use I did this chaos a few times with some random teams. Like I did Edge, Hope, and 8. That team was pretty fun. Obviously it's not for extreme challenge, it's just for a challenge, like testing chaos basically with certain teams. I also did another team of Leon. Leon, where the hell was my second? Oh, Leon, Alphino, and then I took Emperor. The first time I can't remember who I took as the third character, but the second time I took Emperor. And the reason why I did that was the debuffs and bombs. So with all of them, I can put all those buffs that they would have right now would be gone, because they would have defense down, poison, 3 traps on them, or speed down. You know, they're gonna have a ton of stuff on them. They basically couldn't have those buffs on. So here I'm realizing let's speed this up because we're already at like 68 turns. I need to start using my skills. Get this thing down. And then Pinel is really good here too. She does a lot of single target damage. And I'm just gonna delay this guy as long as possible. Well, not as long as possible, but just as much as I can, just to do as much damage, and that way he can't like get to the ground, do a couple attacks, AoE, and then heal his buddies. Because I'm getting to the point where, okay, now damage on the minions is actually relevant, you know. Also, I popped Galoof's C65 at a certain point, so that way we can capitalize the overflow for the whole team. Usually it's in near the middle, like the beginning to 80% of the health of the monster. 80% is usually like the sweet spot, I would say. That way you can that's the part that I was like, you son of a... The chance of paralysis proccing is really low, right? And the one time Vayne got hit, or the freaking minion got paralyzed, I was like, you mother... Your mother! Your mother was a goat. So that was really frustrating. I was like, well, they're rip that turn, you know. I was like, just a wasted turn there. So here I'm just gonna dump the Brave, get a attack boost, and go ahead and just HP attack him, get my 3 stacks, and it will give me my EX too. And let's see, he's gonna do B's about to just do his AoE HP attack anyway. I'm not too worried here, but I want to summon soon to get some damage off, because I also need the free turns as well. The summon really is not used for much bursting? Really? It's just there to get some extra turns, really. I was actually contemplating a little bit there. I was like, maybe I should summon. Nah. Because if I summon, he's going to have 3 turns, his buff in the summon. So I'm like, nah. We'll just summon after he uses his free turns. I'm not worried about the damage here. Like, that attack literally doesn't do a lot. And everybody got hit, really, so it's not too scary. I think here, I just go ahead and just use skills so I can get his EX up charged faster. Here, I'm just going to burn skills, I think. Get as much damage as I possibly can. Get the boss as low as possible, too. Or, if not, kill it. She's just get a HP attack. And HP attack. I was like, wait, no, I need to get the boss lower. And we're just gonna dump HP attacks. Even though it's like very minor amounts, for especially Pinello, it was still worth it. Here I was just like, just HP attack. I guess I could have haste. I just want to keep him safe. I don't want to get him paralyzed again. So here I'm like, okay, if I do the EX on the boss, it's probably going to kill him. But I'm probably going to kill the boss with splash damage. So I'm going to start working on the minions a little bit here. You know, share the love. So he's like, look at that. He should like practically have been dead on that counter. Didn't die on the counter. I'm like, okay, fine. I have Vaughn's EX, right? No problem. Now what I should have did, and you're gonna see what happens. It didn't freaking die. I was like, are you kidding me? It's like, now after the fact, I was like, I should have just C65'd it with Vayne, and then EX'd. It would have killed it, and then I would have done split damage on the 2 minions. So that was the only fault there. So between the paralysis and then that, I lost like a couple turns. But other than that, the run went really well. And that's it, guys. Anyways, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.